If you need immediate help, please call the National Substance Abuse and Mental Health Hotline at 1-800-662-HELP.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me go home and start over.
Welcome to Clean and Sober Radio, brought to you in part by Jefferson University Hospitals and Thomas Jefferson University, providing excellent clinical and compassionate care in the Philadelphia region, a proven leader in healthcare and education since 1825. And now, here are your hosts, Gary Hendler and Mark Sigmund.
Hey, hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us. Welcome to Clean and Sober Radio. Clean and Sober Radio features real people with real stories about addiction to drugs and alcohol. Mark Sigmund, what's new this week in recovery news?
We have another big drug bust, and this one comes out of Northeast Philadelphia.
Wow.
Yes, on Thursday, January 15th, around 6 a.m., narcotics agents with the Pennsylvania Office of the Attorney General, Pennsylvania State Police, Bucks County detectives were going to execute a search warrant at a house in Northeast Philadelphia, and the owner of the house, Nicholas Sperando, 26 of Philadelphia, started taking shots at the police.
I saw that on the news.
Yes, and thank God he did not kill anybody, but he was taking shots, almost hit them. And now he's charged with attempted murder of law enforcement officer, aggravated assault, manufacturing, delivery, and possession with intent to deliver, and other related offenses. But he was selling a boatload of drugs. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. And
Literally a boatload?
A boatload. I mean, you could have filled this in a boat, And I saw pictures of me. Very young guy. He's 26 years old, and here he'll probably spend, 30 years in jail, don't you think? Especially for taking the shots at the cops. How stupid.
Listen. If they were any smarter, they wouldn't do this stuff.
I mean,
look, this is no excuse. They're probably hopped up on some kind of drug. They're mentally ill. It doesn't matter.
And the desperation that you have to be in. To sit there with, I'm not sure if it was a shotgun or not, but to take shots at the police that are executing a search warrant. It's not like you're going to stop them, right? Yeah. You're just going to get more charges on this. So,
you got anything else?
Yeah. Another very scary thing is, a new study has come out where they're talking about a high risk of rectal cancer. Okay, and that is associated with heavy lifetime drinking. And what they're finding in this study is a 25% higher overall risk, nearly double the risk of the normal population compared to light drinkers. Heavy drinkers, heavy drinkers are actually at a 91% higher risk of this cancer. So I wanted to just let people know out there, if you're heavy drinkers, and cancer can increase risk of cancers all over the body. So that was a new study coming out. Yes.
I have a story.
Let's hear it.
Do you remember over the summer when the Trump administration took back $11.1 billion in research and funds for for mental illness and drug addiction? Well, yesterday he signed an executive order launching a new initiative to address drug addiction and substance abuse in the country, along with the Honorable Robert Kennedy.
Well, and I was reading that order, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I did not see any money in it. I just saw we're going to work on organizing this, but I didn't see any funds. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're allocating money, but I'm not seeing it. So it makes me to believe.
You know what I say about all that from him?
Yeah, I guess you don't believe it. You don't believe it.
Hey, listen, we're gonna go to our break, and we have one of our favorite guests coming on.
Absolutely.
And my question is, how many of our listeners have been in and out of prison 40 times? Our guest has, and when we come back, her story is absolutely incredible, refreshing, and it shows you we do have a chance to get clean and sober. We'll be right back.
This is Clean and Sober Radio.
A cancer diagnosis can knock the wind out of you. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health can help. Our brand new Asplund Cancer Pavilion brings you 86,000 square feet of cancer-fighting science for truly comprehensive care. Backed by the strength of an NCI-designated cancer center. Call 1-800-JEFF now. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health. The power to out-science cancer.
Hey, this is Mark Stein from the classic rock band Vanilla Fudge. Keep on rocking, so good luck to everybody and all the best.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha.
610-632-8601. This is Clean and Sober Radio.
Hey, that song, I think, it's sort of a joke, but sometimes I guess in this environment, you sort of feel like they're coming to take your way. And some people, they are. Anyway, you can enjoy this show on many, many radio stations across the country. WWDB in Philadelphia, WPEN in Philadelphia, WGAC in Augusta, Georgia, WJBR 1010 Tampa, Florida, and a lot more stations right across the country. Okay. Jackie Febus, thank you for coming back on the show.
Do you want me to move this?
Oh, yeah, that would be a good
Yeah,
idea.
it would be good to move that.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I just want to read a little bit about you, and your story is one of hope. And Jackie was in and out of correctional facilities over 40 times while running on the streets for over 15 years or on the streets. I can't even imagine 2 days in this weather. You were fighting through multiple relapses and homelessness. You are now clean and sober for many, many years. How many years you have now?
I just had 6 last September, so we're like 6 years, 4 months.
That is fabulous. You are now clean and sober for what just as you just said. You are living proof that we can recover.
That's right.
I mean, you have been through the mill, haven't you?
I have. I always tell people, like, we say, any addict seeking recovery need never die. And, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like, we were just talking in the car this weather.
Yeah.
Like, my addiction, took me to, like, sleeping out on nights like this on a piece of cardboard by the
How
transportation
did you
center.
survive that?
I don't know. I don't know.
How? I mean, I was cold coming from the car into this building.
Me too. I mean, like, they would call code blue.
Yeah.
And then, if I was real lucky, I would get to sleep on the floor of the welfare building.
Yes.
But, like, it had to be below freezing for them to do that. Like, a bandos. If I was lucky, I would shoplift enough money to maybe get a hotel room for the night. But I lived like that for a long time and thought, like...
How'd you get money? You're a prostitute?
No. Shoplift. Took people to cop and, oh, yeah, I'm going to buy you a dime and got you a nick.
Yeah.
And, like, begged, borrowed, and stealed. It was rough. But in my early addiction, and even when I was homeless, I waitressed. Like, I was a legal secretary when that all started.
You were.
Yes, and my best idea was quit that really good job where you get one really good paycheck a week, because no matter what I made on Friday, I could not make it last till Monday. But if I waitress, all right, cash in my pocket every single day. And I did that for a very long time until even that, like, you're dope sick, you call out, you show up high. You can't hold any kind of a job when you're using, like, for as hard as I try. I probably worked at every restaurant and every diner in the South Jersey area, whether it was for a day, a week, a month, a couple months, until I couldn't even do that anymore. Yeah.
When you were out on the street,
Right.
were your parents alive? Your parents were alive? Your mom was, I know that.
So my biological father died, I think probably as a direct result of this disease. And I didn't even find that out till my sister died as a direct result of this disease. He died when he was 40. My mom left him when I was like 4 or 5, and then she remarried my dad, who adopted me and my sister. So they were both alive, yes. They're divorced now, but they were both alive. My mother, thank God for my mother. My mother,
Really?
like...
She stood by you?
The one thing in this world that the disease of addiction should be afraid of are mothers that do not give up. And my mother... She enabled me a little bit, right? Like, Mom, I need $20, come get it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Until she stopped. Like, I'm not going to feed your habit anymore. You need food, I'll bring you food. I'll pay for you to get a hotel room. But some point she said, I got to stop putting money in your hand. But if I want to go to detox, yep, I'm going to come get you and I'm going to take you. I'll drive you up to North Jersey for rehab. But no matter how many times I went to detox and rehab, I never came out and followed through. Like I never went to the rooms or da-da-da-da. So within, I might take it clean for a day, 2, maybe a week, but I'd always go right back to it.
When your mother started to take the position, I'm not giving Jackie any more money, you must have been pissed off at her.
Oh, I was. So
not understanding why.
She met somebody that was in the other fellowship, and they told her, like, you're not I know you think you're helping her, but you're not. And I was like, I can't curse, but like I called him every name. Yeah. I was like, oh, who does this guy think he is? Now, in retrospect, I know he was right to tell her that. But yeah, like my mom still to this day is my biggest fan, my biggest cheerleader. Like I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for my mom.
And
I
she
really
must
don't.
be so incredibly proud of how you have turned your life around. I love when people say, "Oh yeah, Gary, you did a 360." No, 360. I'm back on the street. You did a 180.
That's right.
That's
right. We were talking a couple weeks ago on the phone. And it's just the whole, I'm so grateful, blah, blah, blah. And she said, I just wanted you to stop getting high and not die. She said, I never imagined you would also have this beautiful life that you have, right? And that's because of recovery. And I know it. Yeah. And me too. And I did when I got here, I was on 175 milligrams of methadone when I got into recovery, right? And it took me like 7 months to get off it. I just wanted to figure out how to be alive without something in me making me feel like it was okay to be alive. Do you know what I mean? Like I forgot how to function and just get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and be able to keep it moving. Like I forgot how to do that. And if I'd stayed in that mindset, like just teach me how to live without drugs and I'm good. Or like just take a little break for a while, I would have ripped myself off. Yeah. Like, I've got a beautiful life.
Mark, did you ever feel when you were using that how do I stop? Do I want to stop? Can I stop?
Oh, yeah, a million times.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Then like, the trying to moderate, then ending up in the same boat and trying to moderate and ending up in the same boat.
I won't do it on Tuesdays.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, and just, I'd say 1,000 times,
Easy.
and I got to tell you, I'm picturing living out on the streets, right? And you had an abando that you would go and you would be a waitress, but then you would return to your abando, right? And you
explain what abando means to our listeners. Yeah. What's abando?
It's abandoned house. It's condominium of abandoned and condo. We call them abandos in Jersey.
But you had kind of rationalized that this was normal.
Oh yeah, and nobody knew. Nobody knew. Like they had this place in Camden where you could go and take showers and wash your clothes. And they had like an area in the basement where you could just take clothes right off the rack. And I was like, oh, like I'm doing this. Nobody knows. Everybody knew. I was the last to know, right? I was the last to know that I was an addict, but everybody else knew. But I thought I was fooling everybody.
Mark, can you imagine living on the streets, don't know where your next shower is, don't know where your next meal is, don't know where anything is?
I can, and Jackie alluded to it, but before the show in the Philadelphia area, it was like 0 degrees last night, and Jackie alluded to the gratitude because of being out in this cold, freezing weather.
Well, when Jackie was coming in the studio, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And last week I was downtown, and we saw people on the grates, and I'm thinking, this is how this society, this is how we deal with people. It's animalistic.
It is.
And
we talk about it, animalistic levels.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, were there nights when it was freezing out where you were like,
I'm going to die.
That's how bad the pain was?
I'm going to die out here. Like, literally said that to myself, but still wouldn't stop the next day.
Did you ever feel bad at what you were doing to your mother?
Oh. You know what?
I never did. I never did.
I used to actually get annoyed, like, that my brothers say were frustrated with me, and I'd be like, I'm not bothering them. I'm not hurting anybody. But I was, right? Like, disease of addiction, self-centeredness is the core, right? And I'd be like, what is everybody so upset about? Not thinking about the fact that my mother was laying awake every night waiting for that phone to ring. Your daughter's dead in a gutter, or she's in jail again, because every time I got locked up, Mom, put money on my books. Mom, turn the phone on. And like, the entitlement, right? Just, oh, well, she's going to do this because and she did. She did. She didn't ever want me to suffer. And I think, quite frankly, she was a little relieved that I was sitting in jail because she knew where I was, right?
You hear that a lot. Actually, that's when they lowered the bar so low. When you were saying the phone call, I remember getting phone calls that would say, do you accept a collect call from the whatever county correctional is? Oh, man.
And they knew it was you. They knew it was you because it wasn't nobody else calling collect from the jail to Jackie.
No. From my daughter. I'm getting a call.
Oh, your daughter.
That's got to even be worse.
Yes.
How are they?
They're fine. Yeah, because
they
they were not touched by this.
You're
They were touched
lucky.
by my disease, but they don't seem to have it. You know what I mean?
But even if kids are kids, they screw around, do stuff, it still hurts.
Yes.
So can you imagine your kid is drug addicted and you don't know how it's going to end?
Right.
I'm not talking about shoplifting. I'm talking about your leg.
Exactly.
I don't know how you slept, Gary. I mean, that had to be really tough.
No,
you know?
I don't know how I would feel, like having been on my side of the fence, knowing what they would have to be doing and going through to support their disease, and especially my daughter. Yeah. I think it would just break my heart.
Now, you say you have brothers?
Yes.
So when you were going through this, were they trying to help you? I mean, they really can't help anybody.
They really couldn't. My brothers, they're like 11, 12 years younger than me. Me and my sister were from my biological father, and then my brothers were from my dad that adopted us.
Yeah.
So when I was really like struggling to get clean, like I came around into the fellowship 25 years ago, and it didn't.
You weren't ready, right?
No, I was not ready, and I didn't do anything anybody told me, and I did everything my own way. So they were aware, right? But I feel like they were like a junior and senior in high school or just going into college. And back then, they were very supportive. Like Jackie was their older sister, and I changed their diapers, and I took them for walks, and like they wanted me to get better. But as they got older, and I think as they saw the damage I was actually doing mentally to my mother, they just stayed away. They stayed away. But I'll tell you what, I got married 2 years ago, and they were there. My one brother got himself ordained, and he actually married me and my husband. And my mother was she looked at me, she said, number one, I'm so happy you're marrying Jose, and I'm so happy you have this life. She said, but I am so happy that both of your brothers are here. Like, and that they're here to support you. Like, she didn't think we were ever going to get back there.
The family unit.
Yes.
You know? Wow. It's, during the, well, let me say this. If you're just listening, or if you're listening, you want to watch us do the show, go on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, Clean and Sober Radio, right, Mark?
Yes.
And you can watch us right now, do the show, and you can call in. I mean, this is a great opportunity to call in to somebody who's like a star. If they're stars, our number is 610-632-8601. That's 610-632-8601.
I got to tell you, when Jackie comes on, some of her stories just have blown me away over the years, And first, real quick, I don't know how much time we have here, but I just think it's amazing how you met your husband. Can you tell us a little bit about this? How you met your husband and how this helped you in your recovery? Just just a little bit about that.
So the magic bus stop, right? So first of all, my husband's got a little over 9 years. And the way he found the fellowship was he was waiting at this bus stop I don't even know where he was going. The guy that was driving the bus was a childhood friend of his that he hadn't seen in years. And Jose just started babbling to him, like, oh, I'm doing this thing. I'm trying to stay clean, blah, blah, blah. And his friend was like, I got something for you. And he took him to his first meeting. And then a year and a half later, I was on my way to the methadone clinic. And there was a guy at the bus stop, and I was like, and he had all the key tags on his jeans. And I was like, I know what they are. I'm going to talk to this dude, right? And we started talking, and he asked me if I wanted to go to a meeting. And in my head, I was like, worst first date ever, right? But I said, sure, I'll go to a meeting. And we went, I went to a meeting with him, and I walked in, and I knew I was where I was supposed to be, right? Yeah. Like, we could read those preambles before the meeting, and I remembered all the words, and I was looking at the people, and I said, maybe I can do this. It took me 7 months, but I got off that 175 milligrams of methadone, right? And I used to say all the time, like, oh, Jose got me clean. Thank God I met Jose. I know now through step work and stuff, right? Like, that was my higher power, threw him in my path. Jose was just the vessel, right? But, yeah, we shared about it at an H&I commitment a couple months ago, and some girl jumps up and goes, where is this bus stop? She was like, I want to go there. Yeah. But we actually took pictures the day we got married. The photographer took us back to the bus stop, and we took pictures at the bus stop with him in his little tux and me in my wedding dress. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, so we call it the magic bus stop of Maple Shade.
I want to acknowledge some of the people that are watching us right now, and there's a lot of them. Okay, one of my favorite people, Stephen Coltabiano, is watching. I hope you're doing great, man. I'm a big fan of yours, actually. Ed Mary Donnelly, John Logue, David Sirkin, your beautiful wife, Andrea Diaz, Mike Burke. Have a great show, guys, from Media, Pennsylvania. Eddie K, Eddie Kilgore, long time around here. James Bilderback, and I know from Ventnor, New Jersey, because he lives in the same building that I do. Lou Montana.
Yes.
Say it again. Lou!
It's great.
James Bilderback says, great show, interesting guests, stay warm. Jim from Ventnor. Lou Montana, good afternoon, gentlemen and lady. Clean and Sober Radio, good to see you, and I think I know your guest, LOL. I think you do. Let me see. MacGyver T is
That's C. Ruger.
Oh, is that
That's C. Ruger. He's got a alias now, and he goes by MacGyver.
He's a motorcycle rider. I know that. Michael Tomlinson. And I think we're ready. We're going to go. Let's go to a break. We'll be back with Jackie Febus.
This is Clean and Sober Radio.
A cancer diagnosis can knock the wind out of you. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health can help. Our brand new Asplund Cancer Pavilion brings you 86,000 square feet of cancer-fighting science for truly comprehensive care. Backed by the strength of an NCI-designated cancer center. Call 1-800-JEFF now. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health. The power to out-science cancer.
Hey, man, this is Ricky Byrd, former member of Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, an inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as of 2015, and I listen to Clean and Sober Radio, and so do my friends here, right?
Okay, you know what? My wife says any music after 1978, I don't know. So what was that?
I am having a party over here because we finally got, that was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. And I've been waiting for years to get a song from the 90s on here.
And guess what? That's very apropos considering you living on the streets. Is that why you played it?
I just played it because Mark, he mentioned it last week.
I mentioned
He's
it
like,
last
no, there was
week.
no reason whatsoever.
That was perfect.
It's a good tune.
Almost all the
he
best
did
music
mention it
was
last
made
week.
before I was born.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah, he mentioned it last week, so I figured, why not?
Yeah. All right, Jackie, how did you grow up? Where'd you grow up? Let's hear your background.
So I grew up normal, right? Like, my mom and dad got married. So after my biological dad split, my mom married my dad. We had a nice house in Williamstown. Everything looked real good on the outside. We moved to Voorhees. I lived in Alluvium. We went to Eastern High School. There was alcoholism in the house, though, and there was fighting, and it was a little chaotic. But my mom like my dad went to work. He paid all the bills. He kept the roof over the head. And my mom was a mom, man. Like she was a legitimate, loving, and caring, and empathetic soul. Like I am who I am today because of my mom.
Good
like
traits.
I have all her traits.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think because my biological dad split, right? Like I felt maybe it was my fault. Like there was something about me that was inherently unlovable for him to stay around.
Did you ever see him again?
I don't think I ever physically saw him after I was maybe 5. I remember he called once when I was like 12 and I answered the phone and he said, "Is this Jackie or Leslie?" And I was like, "Jackie, who's this?" And he says, "It's your dad." I said, "Well, that's impossible because my dad is sitting next to me at the kitchen table." And I handed my dad the phone, you know, because he's my dad, right? He raised us.
Yeah.
He is my dad.
Yeah.
And I think he said something to him like, don't ever call my daughter again, you know, and that was that. But then, like I said, after my sister died, I just wanted to know. Like me and my mom did like a deep dive on the internet and found out that he died when he was like 40. And I don't know his whole story like my mother has told me. He was an alcoholic. He rarely worked. He smoked weed. I'm sure it got worse and progressed, as we know the disease does as he went on. But so my dad died. I don't know, like, and probably maybe my own shit, but like I felt like he didn't treat me the way I saw other girls my age as dads treating them. So something's wrong with Jackie. You're not lovable. So chasing my whole life, older dudes, the wrong crowd. I remember the first day of high school. My first day of high school, I was in the parking lot with the janitor and a senior chugging Jack Daniels out of the bottle. Like, who does that when they're 15? But I needed that to walk in through those doors. So I grew up normal, but not so normal like up here. Like there were things that happened that make me think there was something wrong with me. I know that's not true now. I know that was both of whatever was wrong with, like, I'm aware that both of my fathers were addicts in their own right, and I have empathy for them.
So trauma.
Trauma, yes.
Yeah.
And I think we get both, right? I think it's like hereditary in some extremes, generational trauma. It's all kinds of
Environmental.
shit. Environmental. It's both. What do they call that? Nurture and nature. I think I had both.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But so I used all throughout high school. Like maybe not on a daily basis, but whenever I got the chance, for sure. And then, like, I didn't want to go to college. I started working, and everything seemed like normal. Again, like working, but I needed something, whether I was drinking, smoking weed, popping Xanax. I don't think from the time I turned 18 until I found recovery, there was a day where I didn't do something, have something in my body to make me able to go out into the world and succeed.
Did you lose a lot of friends?
Yeah. Stuff really got bad about 29, 30 when I started doing heroin. And then that was it. Like, I had some friends from high school. None of them. Me and my daughter's father had a core group of friends that we were friends with for years.
Your friend's father.
My daughter's father and I had
your daughter's
a
father.
hardcore group of friends that we were friends with, that we went to school with, and we stayed friends with afterwards. I don't talk to any of them anymore.
Why? Why? Because they don't talk to you? Or
yes.
You don't
we lost when I started using. Nobody. I had no contact with anybody. Number one, I didn't have a phone. You know what I mean? Like, and I just wasn't around. Like, I went into the streets and I stayed there. Like, I just didn't talk to anybody anymore. Yeah, I'd venture to say I lost everybody.
Was
and
it
then I had
like
my
overnight?
Using buddies.
Was it like overnight where you ended up in the streets, or like was that like a slow process?
No, but I'd say within 2 years of me sticking the first Percocet in my mouth, which in a year it was dope, and then another year I was on the streets. It was a very quick progression. Like I said, I used everything my whole life, but once I met opiates, I went, oh, this is it. This is it. This is what I've been looking for, right? And that was it. It had me. It had me like no drug had ever had me before. It was It was brutal.
What do you think your life would be like if now you were on the streets and the fentanyl and the xyloline and the whatever? What's the other stuff called?
Metropidyne.
It's called medetomidine.
Oh, I just saw an article about that today.
200 times stronger than xyloline.
Yeah, I think I'd probably
You'd be dead.
I'd be dead.
I
think
think
we'd all be
so.
dead.
Yeah, I do too. Did you ever OD?
Yes, once. So when I came around the first time, one of the suggestions that I did not take was don't get in a relationship. And I met a guy, and we both went back out. And he died while I was sitting in a jail cell. And on the year anniversary of his death, I decided with having 6 months clean in jail and just getting out on the streets, that was a good idea to stick a needle in my arm for the first time. And it took them 2 Narcan shots to bring me back. But that still didn't stop me.
Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember Narcan, that whole thing with...
I remember doing the dope.
Yeah.
And then I remember I took a hit of crack. And I remember saying, I think I'm going to puke. And I turned around to throw up, and my friend said, you just kept going. I remember nothing from saying,
What do you mean you kept falling onto the ground?
Yep, he said, you said you were going to throw up, and you turned around and bent over like you were going to throw up. He said, you just face planted right down onto the ground. And this was like, there weren't real, like, cell phones and stuff. Like, he had to run and go find a payphone from where we were. Because, you know, we didn't have cell phones. But 2 Narcan shots to bring me back. And I was so sick from the Narcan. And my mom came and got me out of the hospital, and I laid in bed for, like, maybe a day and a half. And on the second day, I was like, I got to go get dope. And I remember coming down the steps, and my mom looked up at me, and she knew. She knew I was on my way out the door. She said, if you walk out that door, you can't come back this time. And I walked out the door anyway. And I remember that was one of the times I walked out, and I felt so bad for my mother because I knew I was breaking her heart in that moment. But I was so sick, and I don't think I could have ever explained to her that, like, I can't, I am so sick, I have to go right now. And I did, and I left. But that was the one and only time that I OD'd. But no, I remember nothing. The next thing I remembered, I woke up in an ambulance. And I don't know why I thought I was in a car accident with my mother. That was the first thing that went to my head. And I said, oh, my God, where's my mother? And the EMT looked at me and went, I don't think your mother was shooting dope in a field in North Camden with you. And then I was like, oh, my God, you overdosed.
Do you think through your whole experience it was more of a disgrace what you did because you're a woman?
You know, this is very interesting. I've been having this conversation a lot this week. I feel like we're the minority in the program for that exact reason. I feel like there's a little bit of a stigma attached to women. Like, oh, but you're supposed to be a mother. Oh, but why can't you stay clean for your kids?
Or, oh, she's so pretty. How would she start taking drugs?
Right, yes, all of that. So I feel like a lot of women are real hesitant to say, hey, I'm an addict and I need help. Like, oh, my husband won't understand or my family won't understand. There are more women now. I've been seeing it over the years, but I still feel like we're the minority for that reason. That, like, that people don't understand right out the gate that it's a disease. It's not a moral choice.
Yes.
Like, oh, I don't care if I'm a mother, or, oh, I want to do this. Once we put that first one in us, unbeknownst to us, right? Like, we set it off. We set off this disease. And, like, I can remember doing the drugs, and as I'm doing them, saying, I don't want to be doing this. And I felt like I had absolutely no choice in the matter. And that is a horrible,
Do you think a lot of
horrible
women
feeling.
stay away from AA and NA because of the shame of it?
Yes. I don't even know why this conversation has come up a lot this week with me and a couple of women in the fellowship. No shame. Like, I Recover Out Loud. It's an anonymous program, and I know, like, people, business reasons and stuff like that, they can't. But I can.
Well,
I can.
I'm going to tell you something, Jackie. Mark and I have this discussion quite often. Anonymity to me is a hindrance, and it's horrible unless you're afraid to lose your job. I
Right,
get
yes,
that.
right.
But anything else, you keep it in the back room, and it's not doing anybody else any good.
Right.
I mean, like your story now, I don't know how many thousands of people maybe are listening or whatever. well, if she can do it, look what she went through. Maybe I can do it.
Absolutely.
Or a parent listening to this goes, hey, it's not a dead end for my kid.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. But yes, I absolutely agree with that. I feel like for some reason, women get the shorter end of the stick.
Yeah.
Like, it's a man. He had a few too many beers. Oh, he did coke on the weekend. Right. Oh, he's the breadwinner. Oh, that poor guy. Let him go to his little meetings. When a woman does it, they're like, oh.
And then there are meetings where men prey on women in the meetings.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right,
I mean,
Mark?
some are sicker than others.
I'm
It
not saying
happens.
you, I'm
He
just
looked
saying
right. He looked right at me.
He looked right at you,
Mark.
No, he's the last guy.
No, Mark's one
He's
of
the
the
last
ones.
guy.
He
Listen,
is.
I want to acknowledge a couple more people that are watching the show now. Levon Stang. Anybody know Levon Stang?
I do not.
No, but hi,
Okay.
Levon.
Hi, Levon. Linda Carroll.
Hi, Linda.
Linda comes on the show a lot. We hope you're doing better. We miss you here, Clean and Sober Radio. Ann Butler Hickson is watching. There was somebody else in here I wanted to acknowledge. Barbara Cashin. Hi, I've been a licensed clinical drug and alcohol counselor in New Jersey for 40 years. Love your radio show. I have a great deal of resources and information. Would love to speak with you. Why don't you do this? I'd love to speak. I just don't want to give an ad out right now, but let's talk first. Call in to the studio at 610-632-8601, Barbara. Leave your number and I'll call you back, I promise, okay? We also, we get emails during the week.
Okay.
Okay. Leslie from Hickory, North Carolina. What's with Mark's shirt? No.
Oh, gosh.
No.
It's been hard on me today, huh?
It's out of love, man. You know that.
Absolutely.
Love your show, informative and funny. I might have read this last week. I don't know. Mary L. from Puerto Rico. Did I? My mother needs treatment, and we really don't have the resources. Any suggestions? Yes. Call the mental health and hotline at 1-800-662-HELP. 1-800-662-HELP. You will get help when you call that number.
And 988, the suicide hotline. If you're having any self-harm thoughts, give that number a call. We're in mental health crisis.
Right, and we know that addiction and mental illness go hand in hand. Yep. And that's a really important number.
It sure is.
You know, there was I forget what news show this week or 60 Minutes. They talked about that number.
Oh, really?
988.
Yeah, and I've known, quite a few people who have used that number, and they said that somebody will talk to you, even if you're just in crisis and you need somebody to talk to.
And they're like trained people.
Absolutely. So if you're sitting out there and you're feeling isolated, depressed, give that number a call.
Yeah. Hey, is there a national AA or an NA hotline in the United States? Betty from Dallas. Okay, if you want to take the number down, the national AA hotline is 212-870-3400. That's 212-870-3400. That's in New York. And the NA national hotline is 818-773-9999. Where's 818? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
No clue.
I have no
Jay,
idea.
do you know where 818 is?
I think it's Jersey.
No. Oh,
I think you could probably Google it.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Maybe.
Google.
818, you said?
yeah.
All right, give me 5 minutes.
Oh, look at that. We got him on it.
I think 818 is California.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Brad, what do you think?
These days, it's hard to tell.
It really is.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Get a
yeah.
cell phone,
From anywhere and be anywhere.
California.
Oh, wow. I got to give this a big applause on here. Oh, and he turned the volume up, too.
You know why I think I know that? Because our buddy who's going to be on next week, Nolan Burchett, the bank robber who now owns 3 rehabs, who is absolutely incredible. I think his phone number starts with 818.
Oh, okay. That explains it. And tune in next week. He has probably one of the most amazing stories I've ever
I'm
heard.
absolutely going to
And it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how much time we have before break, but I've been dying.
We have 5 minutes.
I've been dying to ask Jackie something. You know, I know at one point you had a really close call with, somebody coming in and
The home
taking
invasion.
hostages. You know.
Wait,
The
what's that
situation.
story?
Okay, so the situation that we put ourselves in, if the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle will.
Yeah.
At one point, when I was homeless, I was living in this house, which was like a step above
Can I
the
ask you a question
abandons.
before?
Yes.
When somebody says homeless, I always think people. I think they live on the streets,
Right.
But homeless really means you don't have your own home. You could
Right.
be going from house to house
Yes.
to house.
Yes.
Right?
Like even when I lived with my mother,
Yeah.
and I was homeless. I didn't have my own
Yeah.
home. I was relying on the kindness of my mother or friends.
Yeah, but that seems a little. People go, nah, come on, that's
Yeah.
her mom.
But
What?"
when they think homeless, yes, you're on the street.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt
Okay.
you. Go ahead.
So I was living in this house.
Yeah.
It had running water, but no electricity. They locked the front door with a butter knife. I mean, this is in downtown Camden, but I was like, whatever. And there were like 9 people living in this house. Everybody's getting high. The Bloods had a empty house across the street that they used for something.
That's
And
a gang?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 2 young guys thought we were selling drugs because of all the traffic that was coming in and out of the house. So one night, I was upstairs getting ready for bed, me and another guy, and there were like 9 people downstairs getting high, and I heard these 2 guys in the front yard like arguing. And I said to him, there's people outside. It's like 2 a.m. And he was like, we're in the city. 2 seconds later, I heard boom. They kicked in the front door, and I heard ch. And I said, my ex hunted. That's a shotgun. I'm like, I'm out. They had everybody downstairs. They had everybody downstairs get on their knees, put their hands behind their head, and get in a row. Like they really thought there were drugs and money in the house, and they were furious when they realized there was not. And I said, you know what? My kids are not going to read about me in the paper tomorrow. And I leaped out the 2nd-story window.
Did you?
Oh, I did. I had the bright idea of, because in this part of Camden, it's old, and the phone wires are still above ground. I'm like, I'm going to grab that phone wire, I'm going to shimmy down, and then I'm going to drop into the yard. My adrenaline was so off the charts. I think I went boop, boop, plop. And I landed on my right foot, like my whole body. I shattered every bone in my right foot. My forehead was gashed open. And then the other guy that was upstairs with me, he leaped out the window. We ran down to the VFW, called the cops. They had to use tear gas to get these guys out, and it turned out it was like the 7th home invasion they'd done that month. They wound up raping 2 of the girls that were in there. The one girl's parents were in the house and had to listen to this. So, like, I'll take the broken bones that I got because it could have been so much worse. And if we hadn't have gotten out and called the cops, they could have killed 11 people that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but the situations we put ourselves in when we're out there like that. You know what I mean?
And, other people would say, well, why would you even put yourself in? Because we have a disease, we
Right.
can't help it.
Right.
We can't help it.
No, absolutely. And that didn't stop me.
No.
That still didn't stop me.
The overdose didn't stop you. The home invasion didn't stop you. And I could picture her being fast, too, running.
You mean run?
If she didn't have a broken ankle
Yeah.
on this,
I could picture her being fast,
There you think?
nasty.
I was
a
evil.
mouth on her.
But you should see Jackie is, and I was saying this before the show, I don't know that I've met many people that help more newcomers in recovery than Jackie. I mean, it's every single day, all day. She's helping that newcomer coming in the door, showing them the light. It's really remarkable.
Giving back to the
Giving
ultimate.
back
It
like
was
you'd
so
never
freely
seen
given to me.
before.
Yeah. Our number is 610-632-8601. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
This is Clean and Sober Radio.
A cancer diagnosis can knock the wind out of you. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health can help. Our brand new Asplund Cancer Pavilion brings you 86,000 square feet of cancer-fighting science for truly comprehensive care. Backed by the strength of an NCI-designated cancer center. Call 1-800-JEFF now. The Sidney Kimmel Cancer Center at Abington Jefferson Health. The power to out-science cancer.
Hi, this is Dion, the Wanderer. Listen to Clean and Sober Radio. You might hear something that'll change your life. Yo!
610-632-8601. This is Clean and Sober Radio.
Hey, we're back, Clean and Sober Radio. Jackie, you know, when Mark and I when that song comes on, I think Mark does too, picture ourselves in our basement, strobe lights, black lights, incense, peppermint, crippled mankind, and smoking away.
Yep. It's Pink Floyd for me.
That's not Pink Floyd.
No, I know that, but that Pink Floyd takes me
Dark
there.
Side of the Moon.
Yeah, 'cause that's all I listened to.
I
when
still
I was in
have
that
a
phase.
a black light.
Really?
Yes, I
You
turn it on
understand what
every single night. It's right next to my bed.
And you turn it on?
I do.
Does
I find it soothing.
Do you have psychedelic
you know?
posters in your
No,
room?
I have no psychedelic posters. But if you had caught me some years back, not too long ago, but then I got married and all that stuff. But yeah, I find it very relaxing, the black light.
I remembered if you had it on and you were in your underwear,
Oh
your
my
white underwear
God,
would
I
glow.
don't-
Just glow.
There's so
Would
many
glow.
things
And
that
your
we could
teeth.
talk about.
And your teeth.
I mean, yeah, they were cool, and they are cool. You should get one.
We should. You know what? I bring in here while we're doing the show.
Turn
with a
these
strobe
lights
light.
down, or turn out.
glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very soothing to me.
And the posters would glow.
Yeah, like with the purple in them and stuff, and the green.
Oh yeah.
Hendrix and
Oh, we're showing our age.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're younger.
I know.
We're younger. I just.
Am I the oldest one in this room?
I think. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the youth
I'm in the middle.
here. We're the youth.
You're younger than me.
Am I? I'm not sure, but we'll talk after the show.
Where'd you go to high school?
Eastern Regional in Voorhees.
When'd you graduate?
Oh, heavens. 19...
Don't say it.
87, 88 was my graduation year.
My first arrest was in 77.
Oh,
for
my
burglary.
God. I was 7.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
And his was the FBI, by the way.
No, that was another one.
That was a different one.
That was another one. Sorry. All right. So, it's funny. We didn't, any of us grew up in an insane.
No.
I mean, we had issues in all of our families.
Right.
But so nobody can, you never know where your path is going to take us. Mark and I have had identical twins on the show. One became a heroin addict and one's a professor at a university in Florida.
Wow.
Same environment, same entitlement, same parents, same everything.
Isn't that insane?
So somebody asked me this week, a relative went, why does somebody use? I have no idea. I don't think anybody knows.
I don't think we can answer that question.
So many theories,
Right, Mark? Right?
Absolutely. There's so many theories, but I think it's remarkable, listening to Jackie's story of near-death experiences, living on the street, and now, what's it like for you now? Like just being clean on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, what's it like for you to your day-to-day, just out of that life?
It's so peaceful. Like, I wake up every morning still grateful that my first thought isn't, how am I going to get $10?
Yeah.
Or, oh, I'm dope sick. Or, oh, you got to get $10 and bus fare. And like that constant rat race. Like, I can just get up and have my cup of coffee. And, like when I was saying it earlier, like the other night, my husband was like, it's chilly in here. Turn up the heat. And I turned it up just 1 degree. When I pushed the button and I looked at it and I was like, so grateful this friggin' thing works. Like, grateful for heat in my house. I don't think people understand that I mean that. Like, the gratitude, sometimes it's overwhelming. Like, sometimes I will cry when I'm talking about it because I know where I came from. And, I mean, like, and these things don't fall in your lap just because you get clean. Like, you have to work at them. You know what I mean? Like, when I first got clean, I worked at a McDonald's for 3 years, and I hated that job. I hated it. But oddly enough, law firms, when you've been, like, out of commission for 20 years and you have a long string of arrests on your record, they're not real quick to hire you. And that's what I thought. I got clean and was like, oh, I'll just be a legal secretary again. And I was so pissed off that nobody would hire me. And then somebody said to me, get a job at McDonald's. And I was like, that's beneath me. Right. But I went on the interview because I had to pay the bills, right? Yeah. And I tried to convince that lady not to hire me. I was like, I am a recovering heroin addict, and I have an arrest record, and blah, 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 blah. And she goes, well, aren't you just the most honest person I've ever met? She said, you want to start tomorrow? And she made me a manager.
I'm going to tell you something. I did the same foolish thing. I went for a job interview, and I started telling this person, I can't even say it now because I hurt somebody really bad.
Oh.
Of course I didn't get the job. I'm telling him I stole
the whole story.
Hundreds of thousands.
he just blocked the microphone
really
when he said the number.
You wanted to, you're like the greatest. You're so great when you get clean, you know?
Right.
Forget everything I did.
Right.
I'm a wonderful person.
But I'm good now.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Like, I'm shocked she hired me, but she did. But then I was grateful for that job, too. You know, like, after I realized I should be grateful for any job and that anybody wanted to hire me, right? Oh, my God.
And now you're going to manage a food, stand, right? I mean,
my best friend, he has a food truck and he runs these other food places. And now I get to help him. That job trained me to help him, right? I just didn't know my higher power was putting me there for an absolute reason. Like, and I get to work from home. I'm a court transcriber. I went from the convicted felon to working for the court system from my house. Like, how beautiful is that?
Jackie, we got somebody on the line who wants to talk with you, I'm
really?
sure. Welcome to Clean and Sober. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing? It's Lou Montana.
Hey, Lou.
Lou, you got 35 seconds.
The man, yes.
The man, the myth.
I had to just I wanted to make a quick call and say hello to Jackie. I listened to the show. It was great.
Wasn't it?
Hi, Lou.
Hi,
How you doing, Jackie?
Good. Are you going to pick me up tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Gary, Mark.
Lou.
Hello.
Lou, it sounds like that's a date.
No. We're going to a meeting.
Lou, you're the best, man.
Don't start rumors, Mark.
Yeah, we won't. And I hope to see you tomorrow night at the home group. Jackie, we're in the same home group. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Lou, you doing well?
I've been making that pretty often now.
Brother, you doing well?
I enjoyed your show, guys. It was really good. Good
Thanks,
to see
buddy.
you, Jackie.
All right.
You too, Lou.
Love you,
Keep
buddy.
reaching out. Keep spreading the hope.
That's right, honey. That's what we do.
Thanks, Lou.
See you later.
See you, Lou.
I just want to mention Caitlin Stewart's watching also. She got buried in this list. Anyway, any advice for somebody who is like really out there and needs help? What can they do?
Oh, my God. Please find a meeting. Like, you will find people, no matter where you're at or how you feel about yourself or how stuck you are worthy of this beautiful life, right? You are worthy of recovery, and there are people that will help you and genuinely want to help you. Like, the people in the rooms of recovery are amazing because we've been there too. There is no too far gone case. Anybody can get clean and find recovery.
Right, and don't keep wasting more of your life. Do what Jackie's saying. It is difficult, but the resources are out there, and Jackie tells the truth. People want to help you.
Absolutely.
And as long as you're alive, you can get clean and sober.
right.
And she's a perfect example of this.
Thank you.
You know, perfect example.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yes.
You know, it's really Brad. We're going to put this show up on YouTube.
Yeah.
'Cause this is a great show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at you.
I'll be famous, yeah.
Remember, everybody, if you were a loved one who's struggling with addiction, there is help out there. Call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. I'd rather use and for Clean and Sober Radio, I'm Gary Hendler.
I'm Mark Sigmund.
We really appreciate all the support we get. Have a great week, and we'll catch you later.
I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves. I hope we pass the auditioning.
Thanks, everybody. Stay clean and sober. Hope to see you next week.